What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash of Style. We are back with another WCL war for you guys, and this is in the Elite Division of the WCL. And of course we have the wonderful RRC Royal Red Coats again on the channel. But I'm not going to throw too much shade towards the other side either, because it's WarHunters, the clan that has supported me a lot on my Twitch. There's loads of good guys in there. I have done their Clash Story episode with WarHunters, so if you guys want to go and check that out, I would highly recommend doing so. Some great guys in there and some very entertaining stories. But I'm getting carried away here. Without any further ado, let's roll this intro and go and check out some of these attacks. So the first one we are going to be taking a look comes in here from Bird Wilson of RRC, and they're going to be going in here against Flossie 6, and this was a fresh triple in on this base, coming in with what looks to be a hybrid attack. Quite a few miners in there, one less hog, but it is primarily miners and hog riders coming in here. And it looks like we're going to be starting off our queen charge in from this bottom section, but cast your eyes over to the right hand side and we have a blimp with yetis coming out doing some really good work over there. It's going to clear that single target inferno and a couple of other defenses in and amongst that area, so really getting some great value from that blimp, and that's going to completely clear all that out, also helping to funnel our miners and our hogs into the base when we deploy them. And it looks like this queen should be able to grab that town hall for us, but unfortunately it looks like these healers are going to come in range of that town hall, but the sweeper actually going to help us out a little bit here, pushing those healers out of range. Bird actually opting to freeze up the clan castle troops here just to make sure that the queen takes down that town hall nice and early and doesn't refocus on to the clan castle troops, because that could definitely have been an issue here. Queen going to continue though pressing through these buildings here. Looks like we already have our miners and our hogs coming in from this right hand side. We have the king and the royal champion up on the top section of the base, also doing some pretty solid work for us. In goes the warden's ability to try and get us through a little bit more of this base. We are onto that eagle artillery, and it looks like we're going to freeze up the scatter shot and a couple of other defenses over here on the left hand side to just try and avoid as much damage as we can. The last of our spells, that heal spell, going to be going down in the center of the base here. We do still have two single target infernos. Unfortunately Bird Wilson slightly late on the royal champion's ability there, so not really getting too much value from that champ as she comes into range of these defenses at the top of the base. But it looks like the warden going to be helping out quite a bit here. We do need to deal with that king nice and early if at all possible. The queen is going to bash through that wall there and is able to take down that scatter shot, which is definitely going to come in handy for these miners on the back end of the base. And the king has made his way all the way around from the right to the top and now heading over to the left hand side of the base. It looks like our warden is going to be helping out these hogs and the miners finish off here, but the queen still going really strong here. Those healers bringing her back up to full health, or the healer might I say. All of them have been pretty much taken out, but it looks like the hogs, with the help of the king and the three wardens that are the three heroes that are still up, are going to be able to pull this one in for Bird Wilson. So a nice start to this video. Without any further ado, let's go and take a look at one of the WarHunters attacks. So we have Kai coming in here from WarHunters, who was able to pick up a 6-pack in this war. So a big shout out to Kai on that. It's always very impressive at Town Hall 13 when you are able to pick up a 6-pack war. But it looks like Kai going to be coming in here with some P.E.K.K.A.s, some Yetis, and some bowlers. Going to be starting off with our warden walk over here on the left hand side, which seems to be one of the things that people use a lot right now at Town Hall 13 when they're coming in with Yetis. They'll use the warden in because it's just got that little bit extra range compared to the queen, and when it needs to be pulled into the center, it is able to do that. It looks like we are going to fail a little bit on a wall break there. I'm guessing Kai was looking to try and get that wall breaker in, but unfortunately it did get popped nice and early on there. But it looks like the warden is going to be able to get a pretty good bit of value over here on the left hand side. Should be able to start chipping away at that town hall. No, it looks like he is going to actually come in and help these troops, but the first of the jump spells going to be going in there, and we only have one other jump spell to get us through the remainder of this base, but we should be able to get some really good value from it. Probably going to pop the warden's ability as we get through. Yep, going to pop the warden's ability right there, and that should get us through that town hall without too much damage onto our troops. Poison spell goes down to help get through the enemy clan castle troops and to slow down any heroes that may come into it. Looks like we're going to be getting our hogs out from the siege barracks at the bottom section of the base, and one thing about Kai is he always brings that royal champion in with his hog raiders here, and look at the value that we are able to get from that. The last of our spells does go down on the bottom section of the base, so already we are fresh out of spells and we have a huge amount of this base still to get down. That air defense is picking off our healers one by one, and it looks like everything is actually going to make its way onto the outside of the base here rather than pushing into the center like Kai probably would have wanted, but this actually ends up working in his favor. Looks like we are going to get a couple of stray bowlers, a few stragglers going to be pushing into the middle there, but it looks like it is mainly going to be up to the king, the warden, the queen, and these yetis that are pushing around the right hand side currently. Down goes our royal champion. That single target inferno dealt with her pretty quickly. We do still have the king and the queen's ability in hand, as well as a wizard there, so this one definitely is going to be close, but we have enough heroes up that it should be a relatively simple 3-star here. But it looks like that Grand Warden does get taken out by that single target inferno. 2 of the heroes have fallen victim to that Grand Warden, and we really need a couple of Yetimites here to jump out and deal with that single target inferno. A really smart play there by Kai. Actually looks like we're going to be bringing a wizard in, and it snipes off that single target inferno for us just at the last second. So a really smart play there from Kai. He knew that those 2 Yetis should draw the fire away from the single, and he was able to get that wizard in to help clear it out. King and queen, as well as the help from the P.E.K.K.A, are going to be able to finish off here. Queen's going to go over that wall, take out that Expo, and there we go. There is the triple. So very nice in here from Kai. We will see another one of his hits in a little bit, but we're going to go back over to the RRC side and check out another one of their 3-stars. And the next one we are going to be taking a look comes in here from Invictus from RRC, and the clan they are currently playing in is RRC Hessians, one of their clan. But don't let the name fool you, this is still Royal Red Coats. A big shout out to all the guys from RRC that did come through into my streams, as well as of course all the fam from WarHunters. You guys are awesome, really appreciate all the support. If you guys didn't know, I did actually stream this war live on my Twitch, twitch.tv/clashwithstyle. Feel free to go and check it out, and hit me up with the follow, turn those notifications on if you do want to catch some of my live streams. But anyway, we have the queen coming in here from the left hand side. Again, looks like RRC with Invictus going to be coming in with a queen charge here to start off, and then we're going to be coming in with hogs and the miners, of course, that hybrid. And it looks like we're actually going to be saving off one healer, so I'm not really too sure what the play is there by Invictus. Saving one healer rather than putting them all in with our queen charge is a strange play. I've not really seen that one before. I wonder if Invictus is going to be using that healer on the hogs and the miners to try and just keep them up for a little bit longer. Looks like the clan castle troops are going to be holding up our queen again for a really long time. Looks like the king is also going to be coming in from the left hand side of the base here. He should be able to take down a couple of these outer buildings, which will help really a lot funnel these miners in. Great English there, Alex. Well, thank you. So the king, yeah, going to be doing a great job at funneling here at the top for us. Looks like we do have one healer coming in. I'm guessing that healer actually maybe came in to help the queen. She maybe lost the healer, and Invictus realized he probably needed it on that queen. But our queen on the bottom section here is going to be able to jump onto that scatter shot and take that down. We are going to have to pop her ability if we want to try and get through that single target inferno. We're going to freeze it up, and it looks like the queen is going to have to try and deal with the enemy king. We don't have any free spells left, so I'm not sure if the queen is going to be able to get through this single target inferno in time. It's definitely going to be pretty tight. She does just snipe it off, which is massive, so it means she should continue pressing down on the bottom section of the base. We are finally getting onto that eagle artillery in the center of the base. A few of the troops pushed off to the left hand side, so they should be able to deal with that cannon, but the rest of our troops all going to be merging over here onto the right hand side of the base. Not too many defenses left up. The royal champion, excuse me, ability goes off right there. Going to get some really good value, and look at the overkill on this attack. Just getting some massive value against JC's base here from WarHunters. Completely tore it apart. A really, really nice hit coming in here from Invictus. But it's time to go and take a look at another one of Kai from WarHunters. 3 stars in his 6-pack war. So again, Kai is going to be coming in with a very similar strategy to that of his prior attack. We're going to see 2 P.E.K.K.As, a few Yetis, and a few bowlers. We're going to be starting off with a Coco Loon over here on the right hand side of the base. Going to be getting our queen nice, it's actually the warden, excuse me, in behind, and he is going to be doing a bit of sniping work for us here. We have 2 P.E.K.K.As up on the top section of the base, and they should be able to take out quite a few buildings up there, which again, we really want to create the funnel. So at Town Hall 13, creating the funnel is one one of the most important things in an attack. It's not too much about how you do the actual attack when it's in the base, it's about how you get your troops into the base. Going to be using a super wall breaker there, which by the way is my favorite super troop by an absolute mile. I absolutely love them, and I'm gutted now that I have to wait 7 more days to use them again. But Kai is going to be coming in here from the top section of the base. The Eagle artillery is on the opposite side of the base, all the way down to the bottom section, so it's going to be raining down fire on our troops for quite a long time here. We do have another jump spell that should give us access into some of these compartments over on the back end of this attack. Rage spell is going to pretty much encompass all of our troops there. The enemy clan castle troops there, those ice golems though, holding up our troops for such a long time. The poison spells do a little bit of work there, but probably not as much as Kai would have wanted. Everything just got held up in there for so long, and especially with those eagle shots raining down, that can be really, really deadly. We do still have a scatter shot up over on this left hand side, and it looks like the troops are going to be swinging around the right hand side and then going to finish up by pushing over onto this left hand side. But it looks like we still have 3 out of the 4 heroes' abilities. Of course, that warden's ability used nice and early on, but we do still have the king, the queen, and the king, the queen, and the royal champion's ability. The royal champion currently swinging around the bottom section of the base with those hog riders, actually getting some huge value, and it means that everything else is going to push up to the top section of the base. The queen's ability unfortunately was used there, but a few skeletons popped up, so that took out the majority of her ability, not getting too much value, but she still is able to get the job done. A couple of cleanup wizards already coming in from the right hand side, but definitely some overkill on this one. Quite a few hogs still up, yetis up, it looks like there's a P.E.K.K.A in the mix there as well. 4. All 4 of our heroes are still up. God, I'm going blind here. But yeah, all 4 of the heroes still up, so definitely a really impressive attack coming in from Kai here. Very nice stuff indeed. But it's time to move on to the last attack of this video, which is of course coming in from RRC, who were able to pick up that victory by 1 star. So let's go and take a look. So it's actually Invictus again, and I didn't realize this guy from RRC Invictus was actually able to pick up a 6-pack in this war, so a big shout out to him as well. Kai from WarHunters coming through with the 6-pack, and we have Invictus from the opposite side, RRC, also coming through with that 6-pack. It's, like I said, always super impressive. But we're going to be starting off our queen charge in from the bottom section of the base. She's going to be pushing up and into the base here, probably going to try and grab as much value as possible, potentially grabbing that town hall if we can get a successful wall break. And it looks like Invictus is going to be bringing hogs and miners, which is definitely the favorite troops of RRC. All 3 of their attacks that we have showcased in this video have all been coming in with those hog miner hybrids. But it looks like the queen is onto the town hall. We were able to get a successful wall break from those super wall breakers. Like I said, they're OP, but it got that queen into the compartment. It meant she could deal with that town hall nice and quickly. We can rage her up and allow her to continue getting value for us. King going to be coming in from the left hand side of the base. Actually looks like the queen decides to take a little hike there, and she's going to end up going around the base, which I thought was a little bit strange here. It looked like she was going to continue around the right hand side, take care of the air defense, maybe move on to the scatter shot. But no, she turns back around and she's going to push into the middle of the base here, and those ice golems are actually going to hold her up for quite a long time here. King's ability goes off right there, and that is going to propel everything straight into the base here. The siege barracks over on the left hand side pops right there, and it looks like we're going to be seeing the hog riders coming out, and it looks like we also have the eagle artillery doing some huge work in the center of the base. Queen's ability is going to need to be popped as we have that expo locked onto her, and we've already lost quite a few of the healers. Double single target infernos on the back end may prove troublesome for a few of our troops, but obviously with the hogs and the miners, you've got so many of them in there that they can usually power through these single target infernos. Heal spell does just about wear off at the top section of the base, but it should be enough to allow these troops to continue pressing on through. Our king goes down in the center here, and it looks like that royal champion's ability came in really clutch there and actually takes out the single target inferno before it has a chance to lock onto our queen. So a really smart champion's ability there from Invictus meant that the queen can continue bashing on a wall, getting loads of value for us there, but it's actually the miners that are going to do the majority of the cleanup work for us here. They're going to go building after building, clean everything up. But a very nice 6-pack coming in here from Invictus. Big shout out to him, and of course, like I said, to all the RRC guys, all the WarHunters guys. I cannot thank everyone enough for the insane support that I've had on both my YouTube and on my Twitch. So a big thank you to everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been an absolute blast streaming for these guys, recording for these guys. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments which one of these 5 attacks was your favorite. Were you supporting the WarHunters guys, or were you supporting the RRC guys? Like the video too, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. Peace.